Hello, you just watched the dancing flames, right? Today I'm going to upload a different video, different from my earlier posts which were on my dance and music activities. Today it's science based. The trigger to do this video and upload this science based video is the recent revelation that struck me when I was invited to give a speech in a university in Ahmedabad on the occasion of National Science Day. There, interacting with the faculty, I realized that students, I'm talking about Indian students, these days they have a tendency to run away from science. This realization pained me because, in view of the fact that the world today is facing a lot of challenges, there's a lot of crisis, whether it is to do with the energy resources getting exhausted, or to do with the conservation of our ecosystem and future space mission challenges, or in the field of health, agriculture, even fields of strategic applications. There are n number of challenges which have to be addressed in a techno-scientific manner, and that has to be done by the students of today, right? Like how we enjoy the facilities that we have in the world today, including, and we take for granted all these facilities, including the technology that enables me to upload this video and reach you people. All have become possible through step-by-step advancements in science and technology, which all have been possible because of the contributions, initiations from our ancestors several thousands of years before Christ. For example, the vital technology, the agriculture, got conceived during Neolithic age, and that was followed by invention of machines, and then other associated technologies like food storage and food preservation, etc. In the context of our country, the search for knowledge has been there in our genes from thousands of years ago. Our Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas all talk about our rich scientific culture and scientific legacy. And in the field of health, let's say, we had Ayurveda, yoga, etc., which were our contribution to the world. India had many firsts, the zero, pi, the bricks, powder metallurgy, the list goes on. So it becomes our duty to take this scientific legacy of our country forward. That's why I had this very strong urge to convey to our students that if you think you have the right interest, potential, and the temperament towards science, it then is no more a matter of choice. It becomes your social responsibility to enter into this field. I also realize that to inspire students to come to this field of science, we need to instill interest in them by demonstrating the basic scientific concepts in a very interesting manner through very interesting experiments. So I thought I should also contribute to a small extent in this direction, and that is why I thought of uploading this video. And this experiment we have done about 5-6 years ago as a part of National Science Day exhibition only. Here we are going to teach you the sound propagation. Okay, you will be able to see sound. Normally we hear sound, right? Here you will be able to see sound. We'll make the sound visible for you. You people have learned, you students have learned in their higher school classes that sound propagation is through longitudinal waves, right? The air molecules vibrate in a direction which is parallel to the propagation direction, and there are associated compressions and rarefactions formed in the air. So I'm not going to teach you the theory right now, because the theory is anyway there in your textbooks. You have also learned that if you pass sound through a tube, either closed at one end or open-ended tube, it gets reflected from the other end, and there will be standing waves formed, and that results in formation of pressure patterns in the air column inside at particular frequencies called the resonant frequencies. So here we will be able to show you a replica of these pressure patterns formed inside the air column inside the tube. The flames will mimic the pressure pattern formed inside the tube. Thereby you can measure the wavelength and then measure the velocity of sound, and you get results matching to what you don't know by theory. So ready? Let's go to the experiment. This experiment is known after its inventor, a German physicist named Heinrich Rubens. This was invented in 1905. This Rubens tube is simply a metal tube. We have taken around 1.5 meter length tube with a lining of tiny holes drilled on it. I think right now you cannot see the holes. You will see it later when we light up the gas emerging out of it. To start with, it's open on both ends, and we seal it with rubber gaskets on both ends. Then you need to fill the tube with an inflammable gas. Here we have used propane gas. We need to use a symmetric gas entry to the tube. Here you can see another photograph where it is clearly shown how the gas is made to enter symmetrically so that the gas pressure is uniform along the length of the tube. One end seal is attached to a speaker, which in turn is connected either to a signal generator or to a music system. It could be music saved in your mobile, depending on your experiment. Like if you want to see or study how the resonances are formed and view the different harmonics very clearly, then you need to connect it to a signal generator, audio frequency generator, and keep varying the frequency. Whenever you are at the resonant frequencies, there will be standing wave patterns formed in the tube, which in turn will be mimicked by your flames. If you want to simply watch the flames dancing to your music, then feed the music to the speaker. Okay, this is the scene after we light up the gas emerging out of the tiny holes and before applying any signal or music. So you can here see the glow is very uniform. Now we will start applying the audio frequency in the range of 100 to 1000 hertz. While we vary the frequency, we come across resonance points. You know that resonance frequencies are those for which the length of the tube covers odd integer multiples of wavelength by 4. This is a situation where we are close to the fundamental frequency. That means the length of the tube is supposed to be covering lambda by 4. These are photographs of identified resonance points with increasing frequency. You can see the number of nodes and antinodes increasing. This is a small video clip showing how the different harmonics appear as we increase the audio frequency. Now, how will you measure the velocity of sound in propane gas? You simply have to take a scale and measure the distance between two consecutive nodes or two consecutive antinodes. Antinodes will be easier. So this distance will give you lambda by 2. So knowing lambda, the wavelength and corresponding frequency, you can estimate the velocity of sound, which is nothing but frequency times lambda. Fine. Now let us make these flames dance to various rhythms. Now after this fast rhythm, let us now see how the flames respond to rather slow melodies. Just for fun, what I have done is I have chosen some video clips from our own music program done years before. Program performed by the music team of our institute. Here you can see it in a separate window, the video. I am singing with one of my colleagues, Mr. Pinakin. I am also playing Veena here. What we have done is the audio signal of this video is fed to the speaker attached to the Rubens tube. let's go on to the next fast rhythm. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is our team. I am standing with Mr. Shailendra Singh and Mr. Suresh Thakur. Both of them have helped me with this setup and in the demonstration. This is an easy experiment to set up, appropriate for higher secondary school and graduate physics students. But I want to emphasize here that it needs to be performed in presence of a trained instructor. There are a lot of safety measures to be taken. Ultimately, we are playing with flames. We are using inflammable gas. The setup should be made in an isolated room with enough ventilation. Sufficient clearance should be there around the apparatus. So I would like to conclude here and see you till I upload my next video.